Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Legends of Arcadia Genesis. Our party is out in the wilds. They're going to explore up and down these rivers, looking for werewolves.
What?
Looking for werewolves.
Looking for 2d6 vampires at once.
Looking for a bridge to cross is more like it.
Right. Okay,
And
so
more
I'm
bureaucrats to negotiate with.
Yeah. So there's just a couple of mechanical things that I want to get out of the way, and then we're going to try and take like a longer view rather than rolling day by day through this process. How are you going to feed yourselves out here? Right? We don't want to have to deal with but going to town, buying rations, yada, yada, yada. Does someone have a way of accruing food
I've
on
got
the go?
good berry, so.
All right. How many good berries
shall.
can you make in a day?
2d4 or more if I learn 2 spells.
Okay, so about 5. There's 5 of you. Good berries, do they last for more than a day at a time? Can you stock up on a few of them?
Yeah,
It
1
says in
day plus
spells,
1
like a
day
week.
per level. Yeah, so
Cool.
it should last 5 days.
All right, so as long as you keep dedicate 1 spell to good berries, we'll say that since the average is 5 and there's 5 of you, that'll cover all of your food expenses. And you're traveling next to
water.
You're next to a river, plenty of water. Kale can also turn mud into fresh water as needed, or to saliva at the very worst, and you can drink that, and we're good to go then.
But whose saliva is the question?
Kale's saliva.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, I mean, I could get somebody else's saliva if you prefer. Whose saliva would you most prefer to drink?
Let's just move on from this topic. I didn't mean. I didn't think it through all the way, guys. We're gonna do some traveling up and down this river, and I'm gonna roll some checks. Cool. So while you adventure, there's got to be some level of werewolf strategy while I make these rolls that you guys have. What is the first? It's crossing the river, and then how are you going to deal with the wolves when you find them? What is the conversation around that?
We're going to smite them in the names of the gods.
Yeah, we're going to
Sorry,
kill
what?
Yeah. I'm going to let the party do the work, and I'm going to take furious notes while it all happens.
If possible, I would like to get a situation where we know when we're going to fight them, right? So that I can spend 3 minutes performing for the party and inspiring them to give them +1 to their attack rolls and saving throws against the wolves. The way I would propose doing that is to lay some kind of trap, right? Thus the pig scenario I had brought up ages ago before bureaucracy got in the way. So if we could find a way to dictate the terms of the fight rather than just wander around until we find a fight would be agreeable, amenable.
How quietly can you play the music
head out, right?
Yeah. Well, it's before we cross the river, I think.
We had the pig idea. Let's actually revisit that really fast. Do we want to pick up some pigs to have as bait?
Are you guys sure that werewolves will eat pigs?
They're man-eaters.
Yeah.
I would much prefer to eat a pig than human. Very
well,
tasty.
Actually, wait. What can we get that would graze as we're traveling?
A sheep?
Isn't that the classic werewolf story? Is that they've butchered all of our
I mean, they're
livestock?
wolves, right? They're man wolves. They probably eat the same thing that wolves eat.
They butcher the livestock and then
Yeah.
sometimes people get killed too. Isn't that the classic werewolf?
I thought they
yeah.
killed people, but Little Red Riding Hood. Don't they eat? They eat little children.
To be fair, Little Red Riding Hood is about a wolf, not a werewolf.
Who here knows how to herd animals?
About a wolf that pretends to be a grandma. That's a werewolf.
It's just a crafty wolf.
All right, hold on, Neal. Before we head out, there's outlying farms and ranches, right? There's people who herd animals. I'm gonna go hire a rancher I'm gonna buy their sheep, and I'm gonna hire a shepherd.
Excellent.
Do they coat check
Wow.
my chainmail before we're allowed into the village?
You were so salty about security measures.
Yes, actually.
They are attempting to prevent people from storming the Capitol with weapons and armor. It's very reasonable.
Maybe it's just the PC reaction. I feel like they're inviting people to storm the Capitol.
I would not invite that comparison. Never mind.
Yeah, you're probably right. We should probably stay away
But,
from those current events.
Yeah.
Yeah. So according to my documents, sheep cost 3 gold for a full-fledged living sheep. That's the sell price of them. So you would probably raise sheep from younglings and then sell them for 3 gold at market, is how it would go.
All these shepherds should just open bridges.
Yeah.
That's one crossing.
Yeah, I'll buy 10 sheep and hire a shepherd for, I guess, a gold piece a month.
Yep. That'll do.
Does he
so I
agree
spent
to be
31
wolf bait,
gold.
or do we just not tell him what we're doing?
Yeah, I just tell him we're going to go tramping around the countryside, and we want him to help herd these sheep for us.
Do we need 10? Isn't 10 more likely to attract like 5 werewolves rather than 1?
I mean, I was going to hire him on full time, and he did 10 sheep outside our home back where we live.
Okay.
Maybe we can start a sheep farm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it will take you after the next one of these early days. You come up the river looking for a good place to cross when you see that there are woods before you as well on your side of the river. You haven't found a great place to cross so far. It's always been sort of rocky with a cliff on one side. But soon before you is the river, and you can see further this way there is a large rise of hills.
We can either cross through the hills or maybe make a bridge in the forest and just retire here and charge people to cross it.
Yeah. Let's head into the trees and find a way to cross.
Okay. Yep. In here, when you get right up next to the hill, the creek becomes smaller and smaller. More tributaries feed into it, and you can find ways to cross over here if you would like. And then it's hunting around in the woods, looking for werewolves.
There's a shepherd with 10 sheep following us. Is that true?
The shepherd with 10 sheep is ahead of us, I think, because we're trying to not be spotted by these werewolves who are going to try and ambush our shepherd sheep.
Okay.
Love it.
Poor wolf bait.
He'll be fine. He's got 10 sheep to guard him.
The shepherd's a little concerned being at the head of the party, walking with all these sheep, but you're paying him and there are armed guards nearby, so the shepherd will do what the shepherd does.
Is this... Okay, just keep going forward. Continue the narrative story.
And it's going to take you guys a little while to run into werewolves, because they're not swarming everywhere. They're actually small in numbers. So we're going to skip ahead a week and a half as you guys patrol the area looking for werewolves and other things, living off the land, eating the good berries, making friends with the shepherd. And I think in this time, you're going to get to know these woods kind of well, and the border of the hills. And I'm going to expand your token light so you can have just a better area of the image of the area. So let's do something like this. That didn't work at all. That didn't change anything, did it?
Oh, you're doing things in Roll20.
No.
Is Raekwon getting bored of wandering around the woods for a week?
Oh, very. Intensely.
And I also
don't
feel like
enjoy
the
shepherding
shepherd
sheep?
deserves some sort of check to see if he can glean bits of our conversation and figure out that he's being used as wolf bait.
Huzzah!
Wow.
Ooh.
A bunch of highly armed with silver weapons.
That's a really good point, Ryan.
Hire him to take these sheep and wander around the woods for a week and a half.
Why don't you roll me?
Going in the opposite direction.
Why don't you roll me 3d6 for the shepherd's wisdom, and then I'll just make a series of checks and see
he may
when
still decide to stick with us. It's okay, average, and there's an angel and there's this charismatic storyteller. He may still sign up for the adventure, but I feel the chances of him.
And I'm also at this point probably talking about I'm asking about the logistics of tending sheep long term and figuring out if we could start a sheep farm back at home.
So the first day, this guy gets a little bit concerned when you show up and you're talking about all of this. But after you don't explicitly mention werewolves, and after the first few days, everything goes fine, the guy's not too worried. Come around day 9, after this boring jaunting through the woods and the plains with the sheep in tow, not a sight of werewolves, your guard gets let down around him. And at some point during the night, when you think he's gone to sleep, you mention something specifically about werewolves and looking for them, and he sits upright in his bed, in his cot, his bedroll, and goes, "You are looking for werewolves, aren't you?"
Yeah, did you not know that?
You're you've been hiding that from me. You're just... He gets nervous.
It's gonna be fine. The sheep are the bait, not you.
But I'm with
I just
him.
don't know how to shepherd sheep.
I'm the guardian of the bait?
You don't have to guard them. It's fine if they take a sheep or two.
So if I see where I just run?
Yes.
Sure. Ideally
behind
call
us.
out, oh no, werewolves or something like that.
Give me a charisma check, Kale. Is this
Kale
comforting?
doing the comforting.
Yeah, let me check my charisma real fast. It's not great, I remember. Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Neal, can you remind us of the date?
We're on day 9, so 7, 8, 9. Today's the Monday, the 8th of July. Astaire has come into the world. Ponos has left. Eris, goddess of tranquility, is on her way.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
We need to find these wolves
I
soon.
made 2 fucking dice rolls today. One was a
I-
1 and the other was a 2.
Yeah,
I
this
would like
guy's
to
not
catch-
comforted by Kale's
I would like
words.
to catch the shepherd.
Catch him?
Like put 2 hands on his shoulders from
It
behind
is done.
and say, "Don't worry, John. Your name's John, right?
Yeah?
Probably.
We'll protect you."
Give
I,
me a
like,
charisma
massage
check.
his shoulders. Is he comforted by my protection?
Give me a charisma check, Ryan.
No.
No.
And by the
it's-
way, and just in case, and anyways, death isn't really so bad.
So if he keeps freaking out, I guess I'll cast Remove Fear on him since I have it on my
Oh.
spell sheet learnt.
That wasn't the reverse. I assumed you had cause fear.
Well, it says Remove Fear. I might
Will this
argue
remove
it's
the
cause
fear of the werewolves or remove the fear of Kale and Izual?
Okay, you cast Remove Fear. He settles down. He goes to bed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. Nyx. During your watch tonight, the shepherd is going to try and just bolt and take whatever cash he has been paid and leave you guys with the sheep. He
That
chooses
is
your
fucking
watch to do this. And give me a wisdom check. See if you are how well you are paying attention to the wilderness and the woods and whatnot. How your ability to maintain watch night after night after. Yeah, you're fine. You catch the shepherd like slinking out of his bed and like crawling very slowly across the ground on his hands and toes to make as little noise as possible away from your encampment. What do you want to do about it?
I mean, I see him start slinking away. I look over and quietly, I'll just say quietly, just come over here a moment if you're awake.
He freezes and starts crawling in your direction, going, I'm just stretching, that's all. Just stretching. And slinks over to where you're sitting.
I say, there's no reason to be nervous, I just want to have a little talk.
Uh-huh. He looks at the woods witch with the goat head skull on her. Not nervous at all, just getting a good midnight stretch like I do every night. Gotta stay limber.
That is where I rise, but still. So, it's a little bit of a weird situation we find ourselves in here.
Uh-huh.
I will give you that.
Good, stretching done, yeah.
I'm sorry we didn't quite inform you about what was going on, but we were actually worried you might be too much of a coward and just run away and leave us behind with this really important quest that might save so many lives, and that is essential to all the people in the villages. But I knew when I saw you, I knew you had it in you to be brave enough to venture with us.
You did you? You saw that deep down in my soul?
I'm a witch, I see those things. As you can tell, I know quite a lot about fear.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it can grip us really, really hard. you know. But sometimes these are situations that we need to overcome for the greater good of all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you agree?
I think what you guys are doing is admirable. You deserve a good shepherd to guard to herd your flock, one who is kind and courageous and willing to lay it all on the line for the betterment of other people. But I'm a little afraid.
So are you that shepherd?
I don't think so. Kind of like my head where it is. Like my flesh intact. Kind of gotten to know the sheep a little bit. Betty's really cute. Do you see how she meows at me? Or brays at me?
Bars at you?
Yeah.
If you stay with us, I will promise you that I will do my very, very best that no harm befalls you whatsoever.
You know... Okay. Fine. You'll keep me safe? You promise?
I will keep you safe.
I'm not gonna die? Not gonna get hurt?
You won't.
You're not gonna, like, steal my soul?
If I wanted to steal your soul, I would have done that a long time ago.
Somehow that's not as comforting as I had hoped.
It is comforting, though, if you logically think about it.
Right. Well, I guess now that I'm done with my midnight stretches, I'll just go back to sleep.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. And he goes back and curls up in his bed. And we can pass some more time. The shepherd will stay with you.
Glad I was able to instill such courage in the boy.
And it's a few days later, on the 11th of July, that you come across.
We find John's body.
It is in the middle of the night that you are made aware of the presence of these
When's the full
man
moon?
wolves. It's coming up. It's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days.
Okay.
Well, good timing.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the night. I think you guys are at this point right here in this hex. And why don't you all roll a d20? Whoever rolls the highest gets to be on watch while the sheep begin to scream. Yes.
Nailed it.
There's
Abaddon.
we don't sleep in armor, right?
Wait, there's one more, right? Oh no, I win.
You do win. Yeah, I don't think you generally sleep in armor, especially if you've been out in the woods with nothing happening for a long time. And if you're got chainmail, you can put that shit on in a single round, right?
Not with the leather limbs and the shield. That's probably 3 rounds.
Put the
Or is it
shirt
one
on.
round?
The shirt is one round.
Buckling on some bracers, lacing up your boots. I think it's 3 rounds for me.
Okay, but you could just do the chainmail for 1 round and get most of the AC.
Yeah, I'm not fighting werewolves with most of the AC. Good try.
Well, Abaddon, it is your watch in the middle of the night when there comes the shrieking bah of a lamb off on the edge of your camp, and the sound of twigs and branches snapping and the smell of blood, which seems to enter your nose so very easily. You can pick it up from
Smells pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When you hear this commotion,
All right.
you assume it's werewolves. I assume.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it. So I will. I'll go to each person in the party and kick them awake, and then start casting aid.
So you don't make noise. Are you trying to waken them quietly, or are you just okay?
Because I've got a good feeling that this might go a lot better if Raekwon could just play a little song for us before we go off. So just keep everything quiet. I just feel better if there was a soundtrack. That's all I'm
It could be a
saying.
song. It's like a it's like a speech, right? It's like a hype
It can be a
speech.
performance of any kind.
It's actually sort of 90s hip
So
hop.
it's a rap,
I can,
right?
A heavy
I
beats
can
and then
sing.
yeah.
I can tell you an inspiring tale. I can orate. It's however.
Do a tap
Want to rap?
dance.
I can rap. Let's see. How about Migos?
I don't know what that is, but it sounds
Party
amazing.
bad
I
bougie.
assume we're within
Chopping up
30.
monsters so cruelly. Acting on savage, ruthless. He got long teeth and
so
claws too. I party bad and bougie. Bang. Chopping up monsters so cruelly. The professor savage, ruthless. He got thunder and lightning bolts too. I don't know. I'll repeat that as much as we need to.
That's amazing.
That was great. Yeah. It's more than we deserve, Greg, let me tell you. That's fantastic. Yeah, so I kick everyone awake. They're here. Get ready. And then I'll start. I clutch my holy symbol of Malchus and cast aid on myself.
Excellent.
I assume we're within 30 feet of our sheep, right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
One of my hands goes up in my sleeves. I'm trying to stay a little low key, but I keep a hand up my other sleeve, not the pocket sand sleeve. It's the other hidden pocket sleeve.
I'm glad you have pocket sand sleeves. It's important.
Well, how else would I get my color spray off?
Oh wait, no, sorry. I cast Battle Fade first, Neal. My bad.
Sure.
So while
Go right. No, go for
I
it.
was gonna say while the rap is going on, guys will get their armor on, and then I will draw my sword.
Oh my.
Whoa, Sean, that is a
Well, that's a
dangerous
spell.
looking spell you're doing there.
Oh, I don't know how this works. I cast template.
This means you get to invent a
Super
spell,
effective.
right?
Very effective.
This is like one of those blank magic cards that you sneak into your deck and
He can
try and
just
trick
write
your
in whatever
friends.
he wants.
So real quick, as people are getting ready and the rap is happening and people are getting dressed and things, I'm gently gonna shake John awake by the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say, okay, it's time. I need you to lay down low right here and not move.
I can do that.
Okay. I promise you I'll cover you, but you
No
have
matter
to stay.
how loud Bessie screams.
And I'll cast improved phantasmal force, and I'm gonna change the terrain where he is to like create a patch of, I guess we're in the grass. So I'm just gonna cover like the little spot where he's in like grass to make it look like there's nobody lying there.
Mm-hmm.
These
Excellent.
tokens are beautiful.
Yeah, Neal, come on.
I'm realizing that we
Who's the
actually don't have
artist?
tokens. So,
I think this is the
Never
first
have
battle map we had.
maps.
We can do better than this.
yeah.
Could you put out our 10 sheep tokens?
Oh yeah, can we just do 5? Yeah, let's do 5 sheep, and every sheep gets a different color. How about that? I want to be the black sheep.
Everyone wants to be Mr. Black. You are Mr. Pink.
Actually, I'm okay
Why,
with that.
'cause
I think
she's a
he's
girl?
the best. No, Mr. Pink is the cleverest of the whole bunch.
Reservoir
Like,
Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, where are our sheep, by the way?
I'm trying to get us some sheep tokens, but I thought
Okay, perfect.
I don't have
The
the ones
sheep
that I
tokens
thought
are
I
more
did.
important than the PC tokens.
They
Yeah, I
certainly
Take your
are.
time.
Okay.
So also, Iswell, you do know that Flameblade doesn't work against werewolves, right?
We're about to find out. I think it
Okay.
should, but I don't know. Did
It
you
does-
test this?
No, but it says in it. However,
does-
it's not
it's
a
not
magical
magic,
weapon in the
but it's
normal
fi-
sense of the term.
That's why I was
okay.
asking if fire would harm a werewolf.
Yeah, because werewolves are not immune to all things that are non-magical, right?
I think
like
their
they
stat
are
block
still
just says-
vulnerable to silver, and they might be vulnerable to fire.
Yeah, we're about to find out. They're vulnerable to magic, like all magic, right?
Yeah.
I think it's stupid that it says this isn't magic. Like, there are some monsters that are immune to. I guess it's. Like, how is this not a magic weapon? Like, it doesn't have a bonus to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
Its
werewolves
magic
require
is that
plus
it's
1.
fire. You're attacking
Yeah.
them with fire, but it doesn't
Yeah.
overcome magic resistance, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Although there are some monsters that are like, you need a magic weapon to hit, not
Exactly.
you need a +1 weapon to hit.
I have to say, the polar bear sheep are
bears.
great.
Hey, this is the closest we got to sheep, guys.
Are there not sheep tokens? I mean,
I don't
guess-
have them. I will,
This is
Turns
what
out the
Kale
sheep
spelled
just
it. It
maul the
sent all
werewolf to
sheep
death.
into combats.
Yeah. So I think
Let's
the
roll-
way
yeah, the sheep attacks and rolls 3d12 damage.
I think what's happened is you guys have tied like a rope around here or a series of ropes to keep the sheep penned in at night so they won't go anywhere, and then like something up here. So you've got this little box canyon where you've been chilling.
Do sheep wander away in the night? Aren't they kind of like
they're
don't
herd
they, like, cuddle
animals.
up and
Yeah.
they won't leave
But you
the
want to
herd?
be on the safe side, right? You don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want them to like wander off at all and then get.
We definitely want to be
before
trapped in a cage with our bait.
Yeah.
And we'll get our good man John over here. He gets a
So you
token.
actually get a better token than us.
Yeah,
Oh,
he gets a
yeah.
much better token.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Anyway, so you guys have spent a couple rounds waking each other and then casting some spells to get ready for this fight. All the while, you can hear the like dying cries of sheep being like ripped apart and slaughtered.
Wait. Oh, whoa, hold on. I was specifically watching the sheep, so if they're being attacked, I'm ready to go into action.
Oh yeah. The moment you wake up, you hear the sheep like
Oh, okay. I'm gonna run over and I'm gonna cast Stinking Cloud on that werewolf.
even before the man gets his bard off.
Oh shit.
Well, I'm gonna go alone, so I just won't get part effects.
Yeah, I've got more
Excellent.
spells to cast as well if we've got time for. If we've got a second
well,
round.
You'll have.
So just take me away from Raekwon's bardic effects.
I think we have 3. I think it takes 3 minutes for the wrap to go.
Yeah,
So
see,
you've
this
got-
is the thing, right? This is
Right.
it doesn't really help if I wrap you some Migos for 3 minutes because all the
Well, that's how long. I mean, I'm taking 3 minutes to put on my armor, so that works out.
Okay.
Yeah,
for
and
me.
I've got 3 buffs to cast, so.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
it
go
works
do
out.
Stinking Cloud.
All right,
Kale
well, if it
versus
works out while you're
werewolves.
putting your armor on.
And like in the background, there's the dying sheep. Sets the mood.
But let's handle the Stinking Cloud here, because that will matter.
Okay, so Kale will go forward towards the sheep. This one is Kale over here with the red dot, clearly. And you will see that 3 werewolves in their wolf human hybrid form are ripping apart one sheep, have grabbed another, and like one of them's got it by the leg and is holding it in place so they can move on to that one next. They seem sort of oblivious to your pack here, and are just mostly focused on the sheep, which are
Perfect.
bang up a storm.
I pull out my pocket gas and I like throw the sleeve forward, and a billowing cloud of yellow, disgusting gas pours out of my sleeve.
Excellent. AoE
Is
of
this
this?
round 1 or is
This
this
is
round?
everyone has been woken up by
So this is
Abaddon.
when the wrap starts, right?
Yeah, and then as everyone gets woken up, our man Raekwon starts inspiring you guys all to greatness, and Kale is like, no, hold on, I must use my gas attack.
Well,
I'm
so
already
here's the thing.
great, thank
The
you.
Stinking Cloud is going to like, it's going to buy us time. Is part of the reason I'm doing. Because if it's going to take like 3 rounds, like that's 3 minutes of us losing all of our sheep. Like the Stinking Cloud, if it works here, is going to.
Doesn't Stinking Cloud insta kill sheep?
No,
Oh, I'm
doesn't hurt
thinking
anything.
Of,
it's not Cloud.
thinking of Cloud
Yeah,
Kill.
Cloud Kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
Although
I
if you
can
could
do the
Cloud
variant of
Kill
this that
the,
looks like Cloud Kill.
All right, so Stinking Cloud will go off. You guys, I assume, have been staying low, keeping cover. You got eyes on the werewolves. Stand to your full height. Throw down a Stinking Cloud. They're surprised and distracted by the sheep, and the 3 of them will get saving throws versus spell. 1 is a fail. 2 is a fail. 3 is a pass.
Okay, so for the 2 that fail, d4 plus 1, d4 plus 1, so 2 and 3 rounds. They're basically just me stuck reeling on the ground.
Nice.
For the 3rd one, I gotta buy us time here. Yeah,
that your
I'm
horse,
just gonna
Ryan?
chance it. I'm
love
going to. I'm gonna run into my own Stinking Cloud here.
Ooh,
Sounds
well, we should
wise.
roll initiative between you and the creature after the Stinking Clouds go off, and you can see them be affected. And this will be round 2, which is the second round of Abaddon, or not Abaddon, Izuel armoring and Greg rapping.
And me casting buffs.
And you cast some
Raekwon, I
buffs.
think you mean.
Yes, that was
Raekwon,
like that
I'm
was
so
our
sorry.
surprise round essentially, I guess.
Yeah.
Me like running up and surprising with the spell. All right,
Yeah.
there we go.
So it's
Truly,
just
you don't want to
you-
listen to Greg rap. Raekwon
Oh.
rapping, maybe. Greg,
We-
not so much.
We heard it earlier, and I was very impressed. You would make a great
Sure.
rapping gnome.
Ooh, I don't know.
Alrighty, combat track. Here we go.
Neal, can I roll the benefits of my aid spell and strength spell?
Of course, please do.
Okay, so aid gives me an extra 7 hit points, bringing my current to 17. And strength of stone brings me up to 16 strength, which is the minimum. Which gives me +1 damage. Okay.
Okay. Just rolling some werewolf HP here. You don't see that number, do you? No, you don't even see the bar.
We don't need bars.
Where we're going, we don't need bars.
I was just thinking the same thing.
All right, and this guy will have this HP, and this one will have this HP. Love it. Okay, you rolled a. What's your initiative here, Kale? 8.
8.
All right, versus our monsters. 5. So the werewolf, having seen you cast these things, will leap to the offense with a deep growl. Ah, it's even better than sheep, and cross over the rope line.
People.
And
Wait,
not
trip
knowing.
over the rope.
Did you not see them eating sheep as well? Clearly they eat both.
He said even better.
You know,
Sure, but this was bloody good bait.
he was going to rip you to shreds, but he rolls a 1 on his attack roll. I think it's just he doesn't notice the rope that was penning them in, and goes to
trips and
leap
falls.
over it, catches his foot on it, and like face plants in front of you right before your action goes off, leaving
What a
you
schmuck.
with a
prone wolf on the ground. You know what? I'm not gonna pass up an opportunity to whack a prone werewolf in the head with a silver quarterstaff.
Splendid.
Get him.
So +4 for him being prone.
Yes.
15.
Splendid. Our werewolf AC is 15, so you smash him
yeah.
over the
So I
head with
believe
your.
a quarterstaff is D6 +1, right?
Oh, Neal might have buffed it.
No, I think it's just D6.
D4 +1 is what Neal's.
Does
got
he
it
get
as,
high
so
ground
D6
for that?
is standard.
Oh yeah, high ground.
Don't you
Yeah.
even fucking.
It's bundled in with the +4.
Yeah, if you
Yes.
wanted high ground, I think you need to climb to the top of a cliff and just suicide off it.
So you smash him for quarterstaff, D4 +1 damage.
So D4 +1. It takes 4. And then I'm gonna taunt it and call it a giant hairy oaf, and I'm gonna jump into my own cloud. Not cloud kill. I'm gonna jump into my own stinking cloud here.
Are you
Excellent.
immune to Stinking Cloud? Or are you
I don't think I'm
breath?
immune to my own stinking cloud,
No, he's
so
not.
I'm gonna take the chance on it, which I pass. I jump into my own stinking cloud, and I'm gonna try and bait him back into it.
That was so
calling
fucking
out
risky.
taunts.
So
I gotta
this is
protect our
a
sheep, man.
Yeah.
this is a 20-foot cube. I don't know where you wanted Stinking Cloud
I
cast.
centered it on that back. Yeah, about there is good. So then I'm
Okay.
just gonna jump over into here. I'm gonna actually probably further in, so that he has to really get in there.
Excellent.
And I'm just gonna start taunting out at this this other werewolf.
Right. These ones who are stuck reeling and gasping have probably like on the ground crawling towards the edge of the gas while they puke their guts out. The dwarfs where this guy's already taken his turn. The two of you will roll initiative as everyone spends the last round buffing themselves, except for Nyx, who I think is kind of just chilling with the shepherd.
I mean, if I cast
She's
my spell,
beatboxing.
I can advance, you know?
Yeah, but yeah. So I just wanted to know if you are waiting or if you are engaging. Do you want to get that good there bard buff?
Oh, what does it do again, Greg?
+1
2
to attack
saving?
and saving throw.
+1. Yeah, sure, I'm waiting. That's fine.
Excellent. Kale, give me an initiative against the werewolf.
Sure.
And if Neal uses a morale check, you'll get a +2 to your morale, but I don't anticipate us having to worry about breaking in fear.
just Mr. Shepherd Boy.
It works out for me anyways.
Okay, werewolf will beat you in initiative, having tripped and made a fool of himself. I'm going to give him a quick check, see if he notices the rest of the party. He does not. He is focused fully on you. You are in the cloud, and the bloodlust overtaking the man. He throws himself back in, and I think that
he's gotta
requires
save
another
first.
save.
He
Yeah.
has to save every round. I'm gonna have to save again at the end of this round.
11 is a failure. He throws himself into the cloud and begins to retch up his
5 rounds.
guts.
He is out of the action here.
My God.
Oh my god. These guys are actually ticked down. So this one's at 1. This one's at 2. And they will make their way out of the edge of the cloud, crawling on the ground.
For the 2 that are heading out with my 10, I'm gonna color spray both of them.
Excellent.
The fuck?
He's got a quarterstaff in his hand, right? He gets an opportunity attack on one of them.
Oh yeah, I did leave my threat range.
I think if he is casting a spell, that will prevent the opportunity
That's true,
attack.
yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, because the spell casting precludes movement, and so I think it would preclude opportunity attacks that occur before the spell is cast.
Wait, can we just take a moment to talk about how Kale's a level 3 wizard with no armor, and he's just gone into melee combat with 3
He's got a ton of
werewolves.
HP, but yeah.
Yeah, this sort of activity will kill.
He's a mad lad.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Look, you don't get to be a professor without really diving into the weeds every once in a while.
I mean, have you seen Indiana Jones?
Into the weeds. Oh.
You can color spray if that's what you were rolling for your initiative for.
So these 2 that are crawling away, because theirs is about to come up. I want them blinded, so
Excellent.
I color spray them.
Yes. They are 5 hit die creatures.
4,
So
I think, right?
4
really
plus
5?
4. 4 plus
That counts
3,
as
which
5.
counts as 5.
I don't think it actually matters what the difference is.
It does, because oh right, because you're only level 3.
No, in
so
terms of
it
like the difference between level for me.
Right, as long as they are all creatures above the level of the spellcaster,
I'm surprised.
which they are. So they will get a saving throw, and if they fail, they are
1 or 2 greater, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
As long as they're not 6 hit die, I am good. They're going to get their blinded effect.
they are not.
I did not think they were 5. Interesting.
Yeah. So the first one rolls a 16. The second one rolls a 7. The 16 is a pass. So one will be blinded, and one will be stunned.
Yeah. The one that gets blinded is blinded for 4 more rounds.
Wait. Creatures failing saving throws are struck unconscious. Those with hit dice 1 or 2 are blinded. Oh, okay, if they fail, they're blinded. Got it.
Yep. They get
Okay,
a save
so
for being higher level.
If they,
And
so the one
how
that
long does
passes
come
gets
on?
nothing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the one on the left is the one that is fine. The one on the right is the one that is blinded.
Yep.
We'll give him
And then after my round's up, I roll to save again, and I am now gagging from my own stinking cloud.
D4 plus 1.
Yep. I am out for 5 rounds.
Well, hey, do you know what? I think it was worth.
Yeah. I'll go mark myself here. Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah. And that is the end of pre-combat combat.
So initiative now, I think.
Yes, initiative for everybody.
Indubitably.
And I think this is also the round that Stinking Cloud wears off.
I think
No,
it's
next
around
round.
for 1 more round.
Yeah.
So
one
if
more
these
round.
if like the one that wakes up this round dives back in, he'll have to roll it again.
This one, the werewolves are all reeling right now. So actually, this guy is not going to be. This guy's going to be cool, but he's blind.
Yeah. Although he's blind, but he might
Yeah.
try to. If he goes by scent, he might wander back into it.
We'll probably not wander into it by scent, but you know.
True. Yeah.
Given that it's a stinking cloud, it probably masks any scent.
I was thinking more if he wanders like toward me by scent, but then I consider that my scent is probably covered by the stinking cloud. So
Yeah. The one werewolf that will actually get to act will roll an 11 on initiative. And
which one gets to act? Oh, the blind one.
The blind one, yes. And I think this is this June? Fake June? No, that's Nyx. Kale, Izul, Abaddon. Greg 2, here we go.
Nice.
And, we do want a Nyx for 12 as well. And Kale is gagging, unable to act. The one werewolf will go blinded. The creature retreats into the night, into the darkness. Only those of you with dark vision will really be able to see this creature. And
Blind, right? Can they even move?
Oh yeah. Does
he's
he run
blind?
into the stone wall right here?
Right, no, it's a like on the all fours on the ground, feeling his motion, which is
Okay.
why he only gets like yay far in a full minute as he backs out. Izul, you feel enchanted by Greg's battle, his hymns.
Just more inspired. You're just
I'm pumped.
full
I'm
of
armored.
confidence and vigor.
I reach to my side to draw my sword and find it not there. So I have to conjure it.
Ah.
And cast my Flame Blade. Pulling my Mask of Death down over my face. Raising a hand to the heavens. Closing my eyes and thinking of red fields. I can move after I cast this, right?
Absolutely.
So I will chase this werewolf down.
Yes, and you have dark vision, so you move through the enemy, past the sheep, around the cloud, and find this werewolf blinded, crawling on the ground. His sense of smell is strong. His ears are keen. He perks up at the sound of approaching feet, but cannot see you. You can go ahead and make your attack up +4.
I don't get an attack.
Never mind.
I was casting a spell. Yeah.
Greg and Nix. Wow, you actually all went together. Raekwon and Mix.
All
right.
I'm not in the initiative order. I want to crawl out though, right? I can still do that.
Yeah, you can
Okay,
move.
I'm gonna projectile vomit all over this wolf right here, and I'm just gonna crawl out of the cloud.
All right. You guys grab each other by the heads, vomit towards one another. The streams meet midair and splash back at you. I don't know what happened today, guys. Raekwon, take your turn.
I told you, it's the Raekwon. We jumped the shark.
Which one of these people is Raekwon? The blank faces.
The one
Whichever
that you
one
can
you can
move.
move.
It's the only one you can click. You won't be able to select the others.
Aha!
I swear, I'm a professional.
This is the flagship show, right?
I move within. I move within 30 feet, and I draw my reed flute and place a silver dart inside of it, and cover up all the holes and blow for all I'm worth. And I fire the dart with a 9 to hit the werewolf.
+1.
+1, 10.
Plus back attack.
And the
Stinky
werewolf is
cloud.
prone and all that shit. You'll probably get some bonuses, but I think with the 15 AC of the werewolf, your dart will like land in the thick, coarse fur of the creature, and not quite maybe it pricks him on the side, but not enough to do the damage that you would need.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Nyx, Witch of
Yes.
Fear. Do you feed
Okay.
on the fear of this situation to empower your spells?
I don't think so. I don't think anybody is really afraid right now. Like, the only person afraid is probably the guy cowering beneath the illusion. Everybody else seems really keen to get into this. And, so for now she just approaches. I'm gonna pop up next to our new friend Raekwon, because I've also discerned that this is the best range weapon situation. What is the range here? What is this? Is this 15 feet? Are we talking?
Yes.
Is this up to scale or?
Yes, this
okay,
is scaled.
Nice. I would like to throw a dagger at this one. And I
Hurl
get
your
+1
dagger.
from Greg, and I get +2 for back attack. Okay, let's go. 16.
The dagger
Nailed
will
it.
land in the creature's back, poking out.
Is it one?
this?
It's not +1 to damage, is it, Greg?
No, just to hit.
Are these silver daggers?
No, these are daggers of returning, Neal. So they're magical +3.
Ooh.
I'm not sure, but I think that should do the trick.
Everyone
So
got
I'm
magic
dealing
weapons,
six-
and all I got
six
was that
damage
damn
to
horse.
one.
+3 daggers down.
You conquered an entire city, Ryan. You conquered the city by the sea, the great city by the sea. You are.
Yeah, and he got a horse.
I also got a really cool totem pole.
Oh,
That's
no,
true.
That's fair. Yeah.
I haven't
That's
even
true.
showed that to
Does
you
that
guys
give you
yet.
+3 to all your attacks, or
No,
No.
no?
No.
It's just a totem pole. Oh, okay.
that's all right. At least you didn't lose your character and have to make a new one. The 6 damage has been accounted for. The werewolf takes it in the back. The dagger disappears from his back and reappears in your hand a moment later.
Throw it again. I guess we gotta let.
Abaddon
around.
takes his turn in between.
I can't because I'm.
Can I move all the way to the guy up here
Totally, yeah.
and attack? Yeah.
Yeah, you go like that. Great, you walk right through
No. Obviously not, Neil. I go fucking round the stinking car. That's why I'm saying I know I can walk.
Yeah, I just want.
go
I mean, it
around.
worked for Sean. Just give it a.
Just in the use that right click so you can maneuver in a way
that's
that makes it obvious. Because you know how I love to.
It was obvious. It was obvious to all of us. I didn't mean that. Okay. Let me just get my bonuses straight here, right? I think I'm doing this right. I've got +1 to hit from aid, +1 to hit from the Bard Song, and then I've got +1 damage from Strength of Stone. Okay, so I think this is fine. Oh, and it's a +4, is it? Because it's...
He's
on the floor?
on his hands and knees, so not fully prone. A 2 from his positional situation.
Probably roll a 1 anyway.
12.
+2 on top of that.
14. Your mace maelstrom goes to hit the creature. It hits him in the shoulder blade.
Wait. Hang on. Battle Fate. I get a +1 to hit. It's a 6, which gives me an extra attack and a +1 to hit.
Ooh.
So I will hit with that, and I will roll a second attack. It's now or at the end of the round?
Wait, 13 hits? Oh,
That's +2. There's a +2 because it's down.
Yes, that will hit then. It is not just a glancing blow that pushes him all the way to the ground. It is a smash to his scapula.
4. It should be, yeah, that's right, 7 damage.
Excellent. And roll me the d6
Yeah.
for how he'll be affected by Battle Fate next round.
3, which is -1 saves.
Okay.
Should I do my second attack now? It's the end of the round.
Well, let Nyx get her... No, she doesn't because she
Okay.
moved an attack. So yeah, get your second attack now, Mr. Battle Fate.
Thank you. Oh, well, that's
There's the one. Give me a saving throw versus death, Abaddon. Excellent. In the
Flawless.
darkness, you're fighting this werewolf, and you don't quite see the roots coming out before you. You trip and fumble next to the werewolf, who is retching and unable to do too much, but you are now prone for the end of the for the rest of the round until your next turn. Excellent. And all the toxic counters kick down. Kale, you are at 4 rounds left of toxicity.
I turn back to try and cast a spell as I'm crawling away, and instead I vomit all over the sheep before I crawl over it.
Yeah, this guy has crawled out to this corner, retching on the ground. You're moving over there. These sheep are retching in place. Actually, these two
I think
are
they're
dead.
also stunned on. I think they're unconscious on the ground because I color sprayed them.
Yeah.
The sheep are just extra boned. They've been munched on. They've been color splayed. They've been stinking cloud. They're never going to be the same.
Let's do initiative. This guy's got a skull on him for 1. I can't remember what that is though.
He's blind.
Blind. Okay, it was just the blind though. Perfect.
I think he's blinded for longer.
He's blinded for more turns. His stinking cloud tick is over, and he's blinded for 3 more turns.
I rolled 4 on his blind, so
Okay.
he should have 3 more rounds of blindness.
Excellent.
I go on a nap.
Right. This is perfect. Okay, so he will rule initiative like this. This guy and this guy are still retching. The shepherd is chilling. And we have 9, 6, 10. Who got the 6? Nyx. Not rolling off of the character token.
Sorry.
Rookie mistake. Greg,
I'm
2.
not used to having tokens, okay.
I've updated mine now.
Every
Thank
other
you.
time we never use them, so.
It's fine. All right, Izuul, your foe is before you, still blinded.
prone and blinded, and now the moment of truth. Does fire affect werewolves? I miss, actually.
That
That's
includes
including-
all bonuses. Yes.
That's including all the bonuses.
Did you factor in high ground?
That's included in the +4.
Is he not blind anymore? Oh, you
Blind is also +4 is the most you can get, right? You can't
Yeah.
stack blind and prone.
Right. They're all an ability to avoid incoming attacks.
Wait. Does any of its AC come from Dex? We already know the answer is no, but
no.
we'll say it anyway.
No.
Yes, okay.
All right. The werewolf's the flame blade lashes out at the creature. It moves back as far as it can. The air is filled with that smell of burning hair as it singes around the wolf. But you ultimately miss it. Nyx will take her turn.
Yep, gonna throw another dagger at that one. Am I the
Dagger.
left one? I'm the right one. Okay.
You got the spider webs because you're creepy. He's got the
Nice.
heart because he's a lover.
Feel pretty good. I've got a Malchus symbol. It's got wings.
So, where's this guy facing?
He
Is
is
he turning to face me?
facing. No, he's just facing the direction he looks right now. He's doing one of these.
Okay, so I can still like flank him.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Neal, can I cast a spell that only requires verbal and material components? No
I don't
somatic?
think so. I think if you are...
11's a miss.
I think that goes against the concept of that spell.
Okay, I said no attacks, but I was wondering if that was like a somatic smell thing would matter. So if I could do one that had no somatic, I was wondering. If that
No,
would
I think you're just disabled for the rounds.
Okay.
Nyx hurls the dagger. It misses the creature and then reappears in her hand a moment later. Abaddon.
All right, I roll for my battle fate. 2, which is +1 AC for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And make your attack. This guy's -1 saves from your last blow on him.
Another +2 for him being down, but that's not going to hit.
It's a swing and a miss. Raekwon.
All right. I once again load up my flute, cover the holes, and give it a blow for a 10. I will get another attack at the end of the round, though, since I didn't
Yes.
move, so.
You flute him in the back, but again, the thick, coarse hair of the werewolf is impervious to these sorts of attacks at the moment. Over here, Izuul will be attacked by a blind werewolf, reaching out to slash at you with claws. I think due to his blindness, you will get an attack of opportunity. Normally, monsters using natural weapons don't provoke it, but if he can't see you, he kind of has to like get close enough to. He has to like feel you out to make an attack, which I think provokes an AO. AOO.
That sounds too good to be true, but maybe you're about to tell me that the flame blade doesn't affect him. All right, it's fine, doesn't matter.
All right, you swing and you miss. The werewolf goes low for your ankles and will land a 6 against you. No good. He bites dirt instead of feet, and second attacks go off.
No second attack this round for me.
Second attack. Get fluted, son. That's a 17.
That'll do it. You pierce the werewolf right behind the ear. It goes deep into the bone, not the bone, into the flesh, hitting those nerves, spazzing out the neck. Roll me damage.
Take 2 points of damage, baby. Woo.
Excellent. All right, and we will tick down all negative effects.
All right.
Does,
the sheep and I are
does
gonna.
Faye get a second dagger attack?
Yes, if she wants. She will hit. Your dagger finds purchase in the downed werewolf. Excellent. Stinking cloud. Reeling and unable to attack because of nausea. So I think they can get up and still run even if they're nauseous. And I think that is what we're going to be doing for these creatures on this next round.
If they can't attack, I imagine they can't run, right?
Maybe not like full-fledged run, but maybe like stumble and walk away at walk speed.
I imagine it'd be like a drunk person walking down the street, right? Like you don't have the balance or the purchase to like make a full sprint.
Okay. Let's roll initiative.
I'm gonna crawl over to John.
I didn't have my token highlighted. Sorry.
That's okay.
I don't like
Is
this.
the werewolf close to us still affected in any way, or does he look normal?
Yes, the green dot is the reeling and puking.
Okay, nice.
So still affected. But,
I'm still June somehow. All right.
Well, it is the month of June, so it is appropriate. Nyx, start us off with the 6.
No, I'm not in there yet. I'm still trying to find the fucking button. There we go.
Start us off with a 5.
I'm still,
Nice.
still
Nice.
starting though. That's fine. Going for another attack on the reeling one. Oh, for a miss.
Just standing back and throwing dagger after dagger at the werewolf who's like stumbling around, puking out his guts.
Yes, exactly.
I think you can just bring your hand back and the dagger just shows up ready to be thrown.
It's time you take a moment, aim a little bit more carefully. God damn it, I missed again. Hold on, werewolf, stop moving. Izuul on the top.
All right. Tell me, does a flame blade affect a werewolf?
Abso-fucking-lutely, it's fire.
Yes.
Nice.
5 points of damage.
Minimum damage. The air is once again filled with the stench of burning hair. The werewolf recoils at the heat and at the stench itself and is getting ready to bolt. Greg will take his turn. Sorry, it just says Greg on the initiative tracker, so that's all I know how to say.
All right, I flute him up again. Yes, we're still flanking, right? A 14. Does he lose any AC for the stinking cloud effect?
He is like hunched over, so he would be not prone but crouched, which is a penalty of 2 to AC.
Okay, I just have flanking +1 and the +1 for Bard in my roll.
So there should be another +1 on top of that then.
Another +1. So a 15 will hit.
Yes, it will.
Get fluted. 1 more point.
Ooh.
Excellent. It goes through the cheek and into his tongue, burning his mouth with silver. Abby.
Battle Fate. No effect. Okay.
No effect.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
Double crit.
That's nice.
3 times damage dice, my friend.
So it's 3d6.
Oh my god.
2. 13.
That is just enough to bring the werewolf down. You cave in his skull, and the creature falls limply to the ground at your feet.
In the name of Marcus.
Yes. Do you invoke Malchus's name? Do you thank him for your victory?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, well.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay. Up at the north end of the battlefield, Abaddon, your werewolf is going to disengage and retreat.
Izul.
Sorry, Izul. I'm sorry.
I can follow them, right?
You can follow, yeah, but he's backing
They're
up.
blind, right?
Yeah, feeling the ground behind him and then stepping, feeling and stepping, like ducking and weaving in no particular direction because he can't see the things
Can you really
coming.
make a fighting withdrawal if you're blind? Like, I feel like that's an attack of opportunity minimum.
I mean,
I
Plus,
kind of
he
feel
can't
like
go
if you're
very
blind,
fast
you
if
should
he's
just be
blind.
getting attacks of opportunity all the time, right?
I don't think
I
it's
don't
in
know.
the rules anywhere, but
I think the idea behind a fighting withdrawal is that you're like
Is you have to be able to
yourself,
threaten. Yeah.
right?
Mm.
And if you're unable to know how to protect yourself, I feel like the fighting.
If,
withdrawal-
if the nature of attacking for the werewolf brings in an attack of opportunity, it seems like it should also do it.
the
if he tries to
nature
make a fighting
doesn't.
withdrawal.
Usually, it's a monster fighting with monstrous weapons. Neal gave the opportunity attack because it was
Right, that's what I mean though. Because like he's in a position where he gives an opportunity attack by attacking, I don't think he can make a fighting withdrawal.
I feel like it's not in the rules. Like, there's nothing in the rules that would preclude him from withdrawing, but it seems reasonable to.
That's fine. He'll shape change if this is the way we want to play it. He can shape change into a wolf and bolt haphazardly through the woods, which will provoke an attack of opportunity. And then I'll just roll dice to see how far he can make it because he's running blind through the woods. He's gonna hit something
into
eventually.
trees?
Eventually, he will definitely hit something. That is a guarantee. You cannot run blind.
I mean, I've
through
got
the
another
woods.
attack anyways, and so do I get an opportunity attack in addition to? Should I just?
Yeah, he's going to shape change into wolf form and flee, and that fleeing will provoke the attack. And then
Misses, but I can follow after him, right? Or
you can follow after. I think, yeah, because that's how we normally do it. Let me see his movement rate and
I
wolf
mean, his
form.
movement rate, but how long does it take to shape change? Isn't it a round action? And I
think
feel
it's
like where he was, there's a pretty good chance that he turns around and runs straight into a tree.
Bodies are sure covered for. It doesn't say that it takes any additional special time. I'm gonna just roll a luck die and see how far he gets. Middle of the road, so he will get probably almost graze this tree and then run into like something over here, kind of get stunned, move off course, bounce into this tree over here as you like are hot on his heels, then bounce into this tree over here, and then start making his way this way. Yeah,
I feel like he can't. He's moving really fast for someone who's blind. Like,
that's why he's running into trees.
I've been stumbling around the house in the dark a lot lately, trying to like feed this baby without waking it up, and I can't make it very far very fast. I kick furniture the whole way, and
well,
oh yeah, is the
and then
wolf
when-
taking
and then
any
as soon
damage
as you
if they're
kick
sprinting
something,
through
you
the
start
woods
slowing
and running
down.
into trees?
I mean,
like I
don't-
feel like, I mean, and then I feel like maybe it gets through, but if it runs full speed into a tree, that sounds like D6 damage or something. I guess it's a werewolf, so it doesn't take damage, but
yeah.
Having run into a wall before, I can tell you it's not a pleasant experience.
It's definitely uncomfortable. Lampposts and all. Yeah, been there. That is that werewolf's turn. The other one, who is retching and unable to attack, gets to his feet and is going to attempt to stumble this direction. It is slow movement. It is regular walking speed. Anyone that has free movement can follow after him, but he is walking off into the night, stopping to puke every moment or so. Okay. The bard can keep eyes on him.
Following along at like 15 or 20 feet behind him. As long as I have like a clean shot.
You can't just walk though, right?
Neal said I could follow.
Yeah. So movement doesn't necessarily have to happen on your turn. It normally does, but I think in situations where your enemy is fleeing from you and you say you're going to follow them, you can... It's not like they get their turn and like run 100...
Okay, but when am I getting my second shot then? Is what I'm asking. Is when everybody moved?
After the movement. So you can follow instead of taking a second shot.
Isn't it dark? How dark is it?
It is 5 days before the full moon.
Not that dark.
So instead of making a second attack, you can follow as well.
Yeah, but I can't move and make a second attack.
Correct. That's why it's instead of making a second attack, you can follow.
What if I want to follow the other one?
Then you can use your movement and go over there. You can see that one because there's a flaming sword flying around over there. It's quite attractive.
Right. So how close can I get to that thing?
Plenty. And 2E, you got lots of speed, so you can easily catch up.
Okay. I want to be like here.
No problem. And next round. Why I closed it all. That one's gonna do this. This one is deadsies. This one is gonna do this. Okay. Abaddon at 14.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Got myself.
I got you back, Jack.
Why isn't it working? I'm pressing it on the sheet.
You have to have the tokens selected at the same time.
I have to select the token as well. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. I messed up. But I'm pretty slow.
It's okay. And then Kale is just like, I did everything already. Blah.
Yeah, I've crawled up to John. I'm saying, oh God, John.
Obey John.
I have so many regrets.
I'll give John a con check or see if he does sympathetic puking. Ooh, 2 on the die. The smell of Kale's vomit induces John to join him in the chorus of disgust.
Wait, what? Why does the horse need to roll?
The horse might stop
Horses can't puke, people.
Why not?
Horses can't puke. Yes, they're physically unable to do so.
Is this true?
Lucky this time, Neal.
Google it.
Horses almost physically can't puke because the power of the cutoff valve muscle. Normally, USA Today concludes if a horse does vomit, it's because the stomach has completely ruptured. So,
Christ.
Means that the poor horse will soon be dead.
All right, the first werewolf to go is this blind one, and it changes from wolf form into that of a human, lying on its back, shielding its face from your blows, and cries out, "Mercy! Mercy! I surrender!" The Raekwon will go next, having stalked this werewolf who is walking away, trying to escape.
So now we're in the dark. We're probably farther away from my light source, right?
Yeah.
So I get what, -4 to see. Whoa! I go before him. Get that motherfucker back there.
Sorry. It will be -2 because it's not pitch dark. It's just moonlight. Okay. Yeah.
So he now has his back to me. So that's a back attack instead of a flank.
Yes.
So those will carry out. He's still got the -1 from the stinking cloud on him.
Does stinking cloud give AC mods?
I don't know. You gave him a crouching.
So he's fully erect now, but puking
so we're
still.
at +1 after all things modified.
Back attack 2, right? So +2.
Yes, we did that.
Yeah, the back attack in the dark will cancel.
So we miss him. I just shoot somewhere in the darkness.
That's fine. Nyx the witch.
I'm gonna cast a grease spell in a 10 by 10 area so that it excludes
Sorry, baby. Whoa.
What happened?
We're okay. I worried I startled the baby with my yelp. Please don't set me on fire. I mean, I guess you hear Izuo yelp as you spew grease over here.
I do believe that sentence ended with, so it excludes Izuo.
Okay. Is it not a projectile?
No. It's not, no.
Okay.
It appears out of nowhere.
Okay, then I can just set it on fire. Perfect.
Yes, the werewolf and the ground is covered in a thin layer of oily, fatty grease. And continues his pleas. Please, I surrender. Let me live. I have so much to live for. I'll tell you whatever you want. Let me go. The reeling werewolf down over here turns to face you, Greg. He's at barely any HP, but he sees you and stumbles towards you to projectile vomit on you with a weapon attack.
Do you know how expensive this cloak was, you absolute monster?
He gets a 16 on the projectile vomit die, -4 to hit probably because of the awkwardness of the projectile vomit, +5 for his Thako. He covers you with a thin layer of chunky vomit and fresh wool.
Oh, now you must die for sure.
Izuul. There's
death will be your mercy.
There's a greasy man before you.
No one in the party stops me. I think I just execute this guy with fire.
Kill it.
Well, make your attack roll.
Oh my. 15 should just barely do it, and then ignite the grease spot.
The 7 goes. Give me a d6 for burning damage.
Is that all it does?
It doesn't specify, but I think d6 is appropriate. Yeah. He catches fire. The oil burns off him fairly quickly because there's not much of it, leaving him like with cauterized wounds and burn marks over his body, writhing in pain on the ground.
Burns for 2 rounds or something, or not?
I think it. Doesn't say. Covers in a slippery layer of fatty, greasy nature. I guess we could do D6 the first round, D3 the second round, maybe, as it burns out. Something like that. Does that seem fair?
Sure. I feel like it called out somewhere that it was flammable, but maybe not. Maybe that was just us.
That's always just been us. Abaddon, Slayer of Werewolves.
I think pretty much everyone in the world plays that grease is flammable. Well, I was gonna cast Entangle on the guy running away over there, but he's been got now. I guess I could Entangle this one. Is it a possibility? I mean, I'm lost in initiative. Is it a possibility to abandon my spell and just go and attack him instead, or not?
What spell were you casting?
Entangle.
Ooh, okay, so you were casting out of the person who was moving away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think with your really delayed initiative, that's, you gaining, trying to get awareness of what's going on, looking for the sources of light, which are hard to spot here. You can abandon your spell. That's fine.
All right. I'll just come down here and attack this guy. Is this one still reeling despite trying to run away? Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he's like, puking on Greg right now.
Oh, I didn't realize that Greg was right there.
Yeah, Greg's right here.
Okay, well, I'm going to attack him. Am I getting a +4 on this?
No bonuses to hit on this. He is standing.
Okay, I get +1 to damage.
Oh my god. And Abaddon is truly the Slayer of Werewolves.
17 damage. Oh my.
You crack the head, it breaks into pieces, but stays within the confines of the skin bag that holds it. So it sort of just like malforms as the different chunks of skull fracture and get mixed up with the goopy brains that are now liquefied. And the whole head just kind of hangs sideways off of the neck before he falls to the ground.
All right, I grab it by its arm and start dragging it back to the other one.
Okay. Izuul and Nyx, you are both standing next to the last living werewolf who is covered in burns and crying out for mercy. You may end it, if you will, or you may keep it alive. He'll probably take a little bit more burning damage this round. So what do you want to do, you two?
baby's crying out for mercy. My instinct is to finish the job, but
It can be
there's
finished.
time for the party to come on over.
Nix, do you
Unless you
have...
want to
it's
interrogate him or
surrendering.
something.
I don't think we're under time pressure, right?
There's no time pressure. He's surrendering and badly burned and still blind. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, I drag both of the werewolves over to here. Can you move them all over here, Neal?
Yes, I shall.
These two at least.
Yes.
And now I'm going to walk over to this one to see what's going on. Have they killed it yet?
Depends if Nix has stayed the blade or not.
I haven't done anything. I'll just say as Abaddon is approaching, this one is surrendering.
I think
Well,
Ryan
unfortunately
was
for it.
Yeah.
I'll chop off its head if you wait another minute.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm waiting. Like, it's fine.
Okay.
The werewolves are dead.
Next round, yeah.
Okay, great.
Their bodies can be collected. The party can return to gaze over it. And I think
Isn't there a whole werewolf family to hunt down and massacre? That was the only reason to interrogate it, right? Like there's probably women and children.
And I'm
back in
less
their den.
interested in that.
We're not
I'm here
interested in
for
that. I guess we just needed the one
Mm-hmm.
werewolf heart.
3 is better.
So I am curious, when they die, do they shapeshift into a specific form after death, or do they stay what they
Human.
were currently as?
Human.
Yeah, human. We got a bunch of dead, naked dudes around.
Oh, they turn back human, do they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you're all saying yes, but Neal isn't.
if they all say yes, I believe them.
But I think by the book it says they revert to their
Yeah.
normal.
I would just have to look
Werewolves
it up.
in
Yeah.
normal D&D do.
Yeah.
But
Then they
Neal
stay
is
human.
free to rule wherever.
Do you want to run through this ritual thing now, or should we just do it next time?
Well, what do you have to do? Eat a heart?
I think ideally I would sort of encircle the bodies in like a little circle, cut the hearts out, cast Sanctify on the circle, and then also cast Call Upon Faith. And then Raekwon plays his song. I turn into a werewolf. I eat the 3 hearts.
Yeah, I think that's going to have to be done a little bit later.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raekwon, what you say you have a song that can make him force him into wolf form,
I know a song about werewolves. Yes.
and it will draw him into werewolf form.
Yes. So it will deepen the curse. You have to turn towards your desires and let the curse run through you. Draw it out.
It's hard to tell if Greg's just making this stuff up or if it's real or not, isn't it?
And Abaddon, you wait until after you go to wolf form to eat the hearts?
Well, I don't really. I mean,
I'd like to
wasn't ever
instruct
actually
him to
told.
eat them while I play, like during the process
sense.
of the song.
Yeah, it's part of the shape.
He's going to be eating the hearts and holding the desires of his
Perfect.
nature.
The goal is to embrace the curse and become an actual werewolf rather than somebody who's infected
Right.
with the curse, if you know. Yeah.
I hear you. So why don't we do that next session where we can dig deep into the lore
Tune in
and the
4
song.
months from now, and we will turn Nick into a werewolf.
All right, that's going to be it for Legends of Arcadia
XP?
Genesis today. Oh, okay. All right, XP. Okay, that's fine. 3 werewolves here. I'll add up XP while you guys regale us with stories.
Well, there was the time
What
when
kind
we
of
killed
story
the
would you
cleric
like
and
to
10
hear?
fighters. There was a time where we killed 3 werewolves. There was the time where we crossed a bridge successfully without paying. These are all great stories.
Yeah, we
Completely
defeated like
unrelated.
3 bridges. How much fucking HP does a bridge have? I wonder.
I
feel
mean,
like that's a lot
truly,
of
if you
XP
think
coming
about
our
it,
way.
bureaucracy is the most difficult and cunning enemy of role-playing in
True.
general.
And not only did we show
Life in
power
general.
when we defeated the bridge toll, we showed wisdom when we opted to work our way through the town bin armor collection
Yeah,
thing.
but I feel like
True.
we've really lost to bureaucracy in that town, though, didn't we? Because we adhered to the rules and did exactly what they wanted. So I guess
But
is
sometimes
bureaucracy leveling up in the meantime, and if we return, it gets a second attack.
sometimes rebelling against the system is more trouble than it's worth.
Wow. Okay then.
I don't see you doing math, Neal.
I have a calculator before me. So 3 werewolves at 762 experience each, 1,000 for the self-appointed quest of destroying the werewolves. I'm going to say 500 for the quest of refilling the bar with beer or liquor of some kind. You sorted out Clara's thing and sort of figured out what was going out over there. So that's another 500 for all of the Clara shenanigans and grabbing a cat. Letting the raven go, the crow go, figuring out that stuff. You did get past 1 bridge through threats and intimidation. That's probably worth, 250 XP or 150 XP. The second bridge was the one at town, right?
Yeah.
Which defeated you because you gave up your weapons and armor to get past them. So no
We
experience for
lose
losing.
XP for that.
You
Canceling out the
just
other
don't
XP.
gain XP for
Don't
losing
worry.
to the
I'm sure we're
bridges.
gonna go back and they'll have set up a
Yeah.
bridge toll, and instead we're gonna storm the town and like take over the government building and make the mayor accede to our demands.
You win this time, Bridge.
Okay. Any other self-appointed quests that are worth experience?
Anything for my amazing stinking cloud dance with the 3 werewolves?
That deserves some XP. I'm not sure
That
what
does
for, but-
deserve. Well, that'll be individual XP. Why don't you take 200 for, being a
that's legit.
badass? Okay, so this is group XP divided by 5 players. Unfortunately, John does not get any experience for this, although he does witness the dark ritual of you eating werewolf hearts, and we'll have to deal with that another time. But each player can take home 887 experience.
Have you factored in the cleric and his goons? Yeah.
No, I haven't factored in the cleric and the goons. Hold on. Plus the cleric and goons.
We'll probably need to kill them later, but
Well, we definitely won that combat.
1,007 experience each.
Okay. I cast 5 spell levels. Can I have that? Mostly just in my fights.
And I have that.
5 spell. There was a
Remove fear on John.
no, not
And
to
then
remove fear on John.
Okay, no remove fear on John, but then battle fate aid and strength of stone. is
Do
4
bards
levels.
get the 10% for their prime requisite, or because they're a prestige
Yeah.
class, do they not get that?
there is 10%, but the prime requisites are several.
Well, I rolled all the requirements to classify as a bard, right?
You need 16s in charisma and
Dex.
dexterity.
Yes. If you have a 16 in both charisma and dex, then you get the extra 10%.
Okay, so no.
Was it 1070 Neal yet?
10-7. Or 107. 1,007.
How many hit dice of creatures?
The 5, 10, 15 for the werewolves, another 3 for the cleric, and another 7 for the minions. So that's 10.
The clerics they weren't defeated in combat, right? This is like warrior XP.
Oh, sure. So then just 15 for the 3 werewolves.
That's 15 times 30.
Splendid. Nyx,
Um,
what spells did you cast for XP?
Improved phantasmal force to cover up the shepherd in fight.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. Okay.
1 grease spell.
Yep. So that's
And
200.
I'm not. It might not be like. So it's not in combat, but I feel like if you don't give it to me for combat XP, I feel like adopting Clara's cat is still worth something.
Well, it's definitely
Even
not
if it's like
combat XP, but I'll give you
RP
another.
XP. It's like,
Cast
like
to
fine.
overcome. Yeah.
It's a fine familiar thing, right? So.
Yeah. Why don't you take 100 for finding your familiar that has a connection to your friend? Your frenemy? I don't know what you call it.
Sure. And there was one more thing. Talking John out of leaving in the middle of the night. Right?
Yes. Take another 100 for that.
Yeah.
Anyone else have anything that's a lawyer?
Flame blade,
Mhm.
second
I'm just
level
doing
spell.
my
Is it
individual
50 per
spells.
spell level or 100?
It's 50, or you're a cleric, right?
Yeah.
50.
It's 100 XP flat or 100 XP per spell level if it's cast to further your ethos, according to this list.
Conjuring a flame blade to bring death upon my enemies seems seems within my ethos. It's the only spell I cast today.
Perfect.
So I'll go ahead and take 200 for that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Any other lawyering to be had?
I'm just doing my standard like spells cast to overcome problems thing. I assume that's just go through them.
Yeah.
We don't need to like do we need to debate it out? I'm just kind of going.
Probably
through the things
not.
that I did
Just
to
give me
fix
the
things.
quick list. You don't mind?
Metamorphose liquids. I cast a couple. I cast Ride the Wind, Stinking Cloud, Insatiable Thirst. Couple of.
The thirst didn't go off though. The thirst didn't go off, right?
It did go off.
It doesn't have to succeed. You just have to.
It doesn't have to overcome the save.
Oh, okay.
I used it.
A couple of
so
color
a couple
sprays.
Of color sprays, and then I think that's it.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
all good.
I already mentioned the Metamorphose.
Yep, those are all legit.
I feel like bards get some class XP for things, right?
They're under
Potentially.
Rogue, which is for use of a special ability, or per gold piece value of treasure obtained, or per hit die of creatures defeated.
Yes.
So he defeated 15 hit dice of creatures. You did your inspiration.
Yeah, it's
You diffused a
it's half of the
situation
words.
with words.
Mm-hmm.
Do all
So
of that.
5 XP per hit die of creature defeated. So 5 times 15 is 75, right? Something like that.
And then I think at least 2 use of bard powers, right? There was the inspiration before the werewolf fight, and then there was the talking our way across the bridge.
Yep. So
Or was
that's
it the
another.
clerics? Or did he use it on all 3? Only
Well,
one of
I
them.
didn't really get to do anything with the clerics, so I
Okay.
would say the bridge more so than
The bridge and the werewolves. So that would be 475 for Greg for individual class XP.
Ooh, that does get me to second level. Nice.
Nice.
Wizard spells, here you come.
I get 1 wizard spell, baby.
Excellent. And you will
Actually,
also.
I get 1 spell slot. I get up to 4 spells at the DM's discretion
Ooh.
when I attain second level.
You're clever and always do your things in line with your character, so I trust you to pick spells. If you want to run it by me and we can chat about it, then we can
Alright.
chat about it. But
Sounds
if you
good.
feel confident, you're a pro.
You can always copy Kale's spells. Or come up with your own cool spell casting.
I figure he'll find something lyrical or musical to work with, probably. And roll some hit points for us there.
Yes,
Mr.
yes.
Kwan.
D6.
He's doing D6s for HP.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, 10.
Wow.
Neal
Hit
tries to
level.
keep bards down, and Greg won't have it.
10 Junes of HP already.
Right.
So you have 10 HP now.
I have 10 HP.
And what's your AC? I don't think I had an update on the overlay.
My AC is 15 when I'm wearing leather armor, but if I have wizard spells, I might have to take my leather armor off.
Okay.
We'll figure that.
Is that so? I'm curious about that because the ruling about why wizards can't wear armor is they don't practice wearing armor, right? Like the time it takes for them to
Bards-
learn how to wear armor.
Bards
would stop them
must follow spellcasting rules for wizards, especially, and I quote, especially those for wearing armor. That is straight out of the book.
Interesting.
So,
I like how internally inconsistent their justification is.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it's a balance thing, and then they tried to here's a reason, and then later they're like, just don't look at that. Yeah. Okay, everybody, that's it for Legends of Arcadia Genesis. We started late, we ended late. It's a normal day here. Anyone have anything to say or plug or do before we go?
No.
Silence.
Oh, thanks for watching.
All right, we'll see you guys in a few weeks. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.